Hey everybody, it's Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm here with Henry Cejudo, obviously an Olympic gold medalist. He's also one of the coaches on the new season of The Ultimate Fighter. He's coaching against Joseph Benavidez. It's a brief respite. You've been spending all day with Joseph. The eye rolls. Here's the thing, Henry. Who knew you guys didn't like each other?
He doesn't like me, because he doesn't like me, I don't like him. That's all it is, man. Anybody that doesn't like me, it's like, dude, I don't know what I've done to anybody. I'm like the most chill person you'll ever meet. I'm a good time.
Doesn't he think, though, it's because at some point you guys were maybe going to fight, or there was talk of you fighting and it didn't happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it was. He just, I know he wanted to fight in October. I had planned in November to fight. And the fight didn't happen, but it's going to happen December 3rd. There he is right there.
And he walks, Why? Joe B. All right, so let's talk about this season of the show. Obviously, hey girl, hey. Obviously, it's a big deal to coach The Ultimate Fighter, but in this season, you're coaching people who are getting a title shot. You had your title shot, but you're coaching people to get a title shot. Was there any hesitation in that at first?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to be somewhere for 6 weeks. I mean, I wanted to fight right away. As soon as I lost to DJ, it was a horrible loss, a chip on my shoulder. Like, I want to get my spirits back up. And me thinking, like, I want to get back in there and fight, man, and just kind of clean that off, you know what I mean? But, I want to fight Joe. And even if I would have beat Demetrious, I was going to call him out. Yeah. I want to fight you. And we both want to fight each other, and it's going to happen December 3rd.
So what is it particularly about Joseph why do you want to fight him so badly?
No, he's been a legend in the sport. I think it's a good matchup for me. I think we have similar body types. He's fought the best. He's also lost to the best. And my whole thing is that, man, I want to see how far I can push my mind, my body, my soul, my spirit, everything. And even when Demetrious Johnson beat me, I says, dude, DJ, I says, stay at flyweight. Go up, man. Challenge yourself. Like, if I would have beat DJ, I would have gotten up. I would have made the biggest noise to go up to 135 pounds, because that's who I am. When I was in high school, I won the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open as a first high school wrestler to ever do that. I mean, I was always competing. I was always going up, and I was always putting myself in these situations to see how far I could push myself. And it's the same thing with MMA.
But to be fair, Demetrious wants to break the record for title defenses. That is a push in its own right.
Yes. I mean, you become a two division champ, which I think at that time I think Dillashaw had the bout. I think he would have given him a run for his money. You become a 2-division champ at the same time. You're the greatest of all time, really. So nobody's done it. Nobody's become a 2-division world champion at the same time. What
would you think if Demetrious challenged Dominic Cruz again then?
I think Dominic's a little smarter. Dominic's been there with them. It's different now. But at that time, I believe TJ. I'm not sure who had the belt that time. But I would still go up, and that's who I am. So, yeah.
So is that something, what you're talking about, is that something you feel that you can teach the guys on the show, or even how much teaching is there? Because we know that they're champions from other organizations. How much is this show about teaching these guys maybe how to be a UFC fighter versus a fighter in their organization? I mean, what was your main goal with these guys, since they already are title holders?
My main goal is teach these guys wrestling defense. I'm not gonna teach. My expertise is in wrestling. I had one of the best coaches in Muay Thai, Coach Karyn Fitzgibbon, is based out of here in San Francisco. Coaches the pound for pound best fighters in the world stand up. We kind of separated it, because not everybody's gonna like some of the stuff that he teaches. Not everybody's gonna like some of the stuff that I do. But I'm gonna give you the gist, the basic fundamentals, and that's it. At the end of the day, if they won or lost, that's because them and their system. If I could hop a little bit, cool. But for the most part, I kind of clean my hands in a way, because you only have X amount of time with these guys, and hope for the best, man. Hope.
Well, plus I was wondering what you would do. I know I already know what happens. It's hard to unknow what I know too. But my question also is about the language barrier, because there are certain situations you do speak Spanish. Yeah, you speak Portuguese, you speak Spanish, but there's people from all around the world. Was there any difficulty in that?
Not really. I think with Pantoja we have Captain Eric Alberson, who speaks fluent Portuguese slang and everything. My boxing coach, who speaks Spanish. That's probably all he speaks, and I'm able to kind of connect with everybody with English and whatnot. But there wasn't. It was the show, 16 different fighters from different parts of the world. It was pretty cool to see just this melting pot and see how all these guys can somewhat get along. Like it was interesting.
But you don't really get along with Joseph. Like I said, I'm trying to not know something that I know. But one thing that is important to you, I know this, and regardless of this is with the show.
He's looking at me funny.
This is something that's always been important to you, and that's being a role model. And so how does that figure into what you tried to accomplish in this show?
Yeah, I mean, it's again, man, I make mistakes, dude. I've done so much crap in my life.
Such as?
A lot, man. The list can go on. The whole thing is, I just didn't want to be bullied on the show. That's all. Like, I didn't want him to portray that. So more than maybe being a role model is what I told him. It was more of him not being a bully. Like, don't let people follow you, man, because of that. Says you're better than that, man. Like, especially to me, man. Don't do it to me, man. I want to compete, have fun, make money, have kids, die, and leave a legacy. You know, I don't. Fighting doesn't define me, man. Like I'm content with my life, Karyn. Like I don't need much, man. I got a family that loves me. I have a brother who cares for me. I have friends that love me. Not everybody loves me, but but I do. It's good. It's good feeling love. I think, but you know, when it comes to like being bullied and whatnot, like that's not. I go out to schools and I speak to schools, and I do it on a regular basis. And man, these kids are not doing well because of it. You hurt someone's self-esteem, and I was a grown ass.
You can swear, it's the internet.
I'm a grown ass man. Like, you don't. Yeah. But I'm thinking more like the future. Like my nieces and nephew. Like, is it okay for them to, you know, be hassled? And that's all, man. It was cool. He was respectful after that. We didn't have any tension until maybe. Yeah, you have to watch the show.
Yeah. And lastly, before we wrap it up, though, if you are happy, if you're a grown-ass man and you're content in your life, how much, though, did the loss to Demetrious bother you, and how much so the fact that you didn't get to fight as long as you would have hoped to? I'm sure you would have liked that fight to go a little longer.
Realistically, I didn't fight DJ. I didn't. He beat me in a green area. I still believe deep down in my heart. That fight, I'm a very fearless human being. Like, my greatest asset is my mind. My greatest asset. And when I didn't make weight back, people think it's my head, my mind. Hell no. Like, your mind has to be connected with your body. When you start shaking and you're cramping and you're like, hey man, I'm gonna die doing this. Like, there's a separation. There's a connection to the mind and the body. Go walk the street, get hit by a car, and your mind's gonna think you can live if you believe that. But no, you're dead. Like, you get hit by a car, but, you know, going 100 miles an hour, you're done. And I've witnessed somewhat like kind of life and death experiences with that. And but it's also it's like my mess has become like my message. Like, I'm able to understand it and look back at it and not make those same mistakes again. After I didn't make weight, I was able to, you know, come in my next 3 fights and be a pound under. Because I've learned, man, like it took a while, but I've learned that I'm not young no more. I'm not as young as I used to be. I can't cut 16 pounds the day of wins, and that's what I was doing. I was doing some dumb stuff. I was doing 16 pounds, I swear to you. I was doing 16 pounds in 2 hours. Nobody believes me. Challenge me. Offer me.
Can you show me how?
Offer me $50,000. I will show you how to cut weight. How to do 16 pounds. And I was. Don't do it. Don't do it. But it's not good. But what I'm saying is, deep down inside, like I thought I was gonna be Demetrious Johnson. Like, there was no doubt in my. Honestly, I thought I was gonna kill him. Like, I was gonna put him in these deep waters, and that's kind of like the philosophy that I have. I'm gonna put him in deep waters that he hasn't fought before. But to credit him, he's a gamer. He's tough. There's a reason why he's pound for pound, and you know, the bar is set, and I got to get better. It's at times on my side. I'm getting more technical, and it's scary how good I could get. I'm an athlete. I'm disciplined. Now losing to Demetrious, and then doing this show with Joe has motivated me. It's like, man, it's like, you know, you're poking the lion, and that's a good thing.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Henry. And like I said, I've already seen a few episodes of the show. The fights are definitely better than they have been in some other seasons because the talent level is already very high. So best of luck to you in the fight with Joe.
Thank you.